Donald Trump endured years of the most vicious, coordinated lawfare this nation has ever seen. 2 impeachments, raids on his home, gag orders, indictments stacked like cordwood by partisan prosecutors. The deep state, the media, the Democrat machines try to bankrupt him, jail him, and ban him from the ballot, all to crush the America First movement once and for all. And he never quit. We overcame that unprecedented assault together in one of the greatest political comebacks in American history. But right now, a lot of people in MAGA are losing perspective. Frustrations bubble up over pace or one decision that we find disagreeable, and suddenly we are nitpicking the man who stood in the arena while most people just watched. Are our temporary disagreements worth handing victory to the very people who weaponize government against him? Because if division wins out heading into the 2026 midterms, we hand the House, the Senate, critical control right back to the Democrats. Trump's agenda stalls for 2 years, impeachments ensue, and then worst case, of course, 2028 could deliver President Gavin Newsom. So let me just ask you straight. After Trump took the arrows for us and a bullet, do you really think Democrats and Gavin Newsom back in power is better than standing united behind the fighter we chose? Hey everybody, Drew Allen here with the Daily Signal. Donald Trump endured years of the most vicious, coordinated lawfare this nation has ever seen. 2 impeachments, raids on his home, gag orders, right? Indictments stacked like cordwood by partisan prosecutors. The deep state, the media, the Democrat machines try to bankrupt him, jail him, and ban him from the ballot, all to crush the America First movement once and for all. And he took the arrows, he took the lies, he took the legal warfare for us, and he never quit. We overcame that unprecedented assault together in one of the greatest political comebacks in American history, period. But right now, a lot of people in MAGA are losing perspective. You know, we tend to have short memories in this game, the 24-hour news cycle. There's spins, frustrations bubble up over pace or one decision that we find disagreeable. And suddenly we are nitpicking the man who stood in the arena while most people just watched. And I think it's time for some clear-eyed, over-rational, if I dare say, reflection. We need to step back and remember the hell that we escaped. We need to recall what Trump endured for us and ask honestly, are our temporary disagreements worth handing victory to the very people who weaponize government against him? Because if division wins out heading into the 2026 midterms, we hand the House, the Senate, critical control right back to the Democrats. Trump's agenda stalls for 2 years, impeachments ensue, and then worst case, of course, 2028 could deliver President Gavin Newsom with full Democrat majorities. After everything we fought through, that would be the ultimate self-inflicted wound. So let me just ask you straight. After Trump took the arrows for us and a bullet, do you really think Democrats and Gavin Newsom back in power is better than standing united behind the fighter we chose? I want to regain some perspective here, if we can, by remembering exactly why we reelected Donald Trump. Under Biden-Harris, America was in free fall. Inflation was crushing working families. Prices up nearly 20% cumulatively. The average household lost thousands, $7,000 to $17,000 in real purchasing power. Groceries, gas, rent, utilities, everything skyrocketed. Moms and dads were choosing between filling the car and feeding the kids. Energy policy was suicidal. American drilling was shut down. Pipelines were canceled. We were begging OPEC and dictators for mercy while gas hit $5 a gallon in so many places. Crime exploded in our cities with record homicides. And the southern border, a complete catastrophe. Over 10 million illegal encounters, fentanyl killing over 100,000 Americans a year at peak. Millions of gotaways, tent cities, overwhelmed communities. And of course, famous murders like Laken Riley. Abroad, it was humiliation on steroids. The chaotic Afghanistan withdrawal, 13 American heroes dead, billions in weapons handed to the Taliban like a garage sale, allies betrayed, enemies were laughing at us. Russia invaded Ukraine, China flexed aggressively. Iran's terror proxies grew bolder with cash and confidence. That was Biden's America. Expensive, unaffordable, chaotic, weak. And it was dangerous. We felt it in our wallets, our streets, and our national pride. That pain is precisely why we brought Trump back, right? We remembered his first term strength, record low unemployment for Black, Hispanic, and female Americans, middle class wages up nearly $6,000, energy dominance that turned us into exporters instead of beggars, criminal justice reform, the Abraham Accords delivering real Middle East peace without new wars and no endless foreign conflicts. We reelected him to finish the job, secure the border for good, slash costs, restore law and order, unleash American energy, cut waste, restore jobs and factories, reject radical woke ideology, and put America first. We voted for sanity, keeping men out of women's sports, ending divisive DEI indoctrination, stopping the Green New Deal, its assault on affordable energy, mass deportations to end the invasion, tax relief for working people, confronting threats like Venezuela, Iran, and ultimately China. And now, in this second term, President Trump is delivering, and he's delivering big league. Negative net migration for the first time in 50 years, over 2.6 million illegal immigrants removed or self-deported. Yes, we want more. Border apprehensions are down more than 96%. Fentanyl deaths are plunging. Homicide rates are dropping at the fastest pace on record in major cities. Trillions in new investments reshored from China. Record energy production driving gas prices lower and restoring our independence. Hundreds of thousands of wasteful federal positions eliminated to finally shrink the bloated bureaucracy. And the return of sanity is hitting on all cylinders. Trump's taken bold executive action that's keeping men out of women's sports, protecting fairness, safety, privacy, and restoring real opportunity for girls and women from grade school to the Olympics. No more biological males stealing scholarships and podiums while we pretend it's inclusive. Sweeping elimination of discriminatory DEI offices, programs, and race or sex-based preferences across the federal government and at universities receiving taxpayer dollars. Merit and excellence are back. Funding is being tied to compliance, ending the racial spoils system. Full rejection of the Green New Deal's fantasy mandates and unreliable energy experiments. We're ending wasteful subsidies and unleashing American oil, gas, and coal, powering our economy and lowering costs instead of chasing blackouts and virtue signals. Aggressive crackdowns on campuses, investigations launched at dozens of universities, federal grants, threatened or canceled for institutions that tolerated harassment, real pressure to restore free speech, due process, basic decency on campuses that have become radical echo chambers. I mean, these aren't small tweaks. They're seismic shifts against an entrenched resistance from the media, the administrative state, and the radical left, of course. Governing a country this size isn't flipping a light switch, right? But the scoreboard is lighting up with real measurable progress. Look, the frustration some feel is human, obviously. We want results yesterday because we lived through Biden's disaster and watched Trump bleed in the arena for us. But relying on our famously short political memories and turning passion into infighting is political suicide. It's how we snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. If we lose the midterms to division, what happens? I mean, deportation slow, border security erodes, energy gains get regulated away, women's sports protections are going to weaken, merit-based policies are going to fade, campus reform stall. We drift back into the inflation, chaos, and woke nonsense that we just narrowly escaped. Then 2028 becomes California on steroids under Gavin Newsom, exploding homelessness despite billions wasted, businesses and families fleeing sky-high taxes and red tape, rolling blackouts from green fantasies, soft on crime policies, turning streets into danger zones, and these radical social experiments forced on every state. We've seen the preview. It's not a model. It's a warning. That's what Gavin Newsom's done to California. It's what he wants to do to the country. The Democrats aren't tearing each other apart. They're unified right now. They're fundraising. They're salivating at the chance we hand them power through our own frustration. Division is their easiest path to victory, and that's why they want to exploit it. I mean, MAGA This is the moment for clear-eyed reflection. Trump took the arrows so we could have this chance. He never backed down. Now it's our turn to have his back. Unity isn't about agreeing on every detail or timeline. It's remembering the lawfare he survived, the Biden nightmare we fled. It's refusing to let, short-term gripes destroy the long-term mission. We have to channel that fire. We have to win the midterms, support America First candidates up and down the ballot. We have to hold Congress so Trump has the muscle to finish securing the border, crushing inflation's remnants, restoring safety and sanity, and making America strong again. We've got to put country over ego. Ask yourself this one honest question. After everything Trump endured for us, is any single frustration with pace or one call, be it Iran, really worth risking the return of Biden-style disaster? Higher prices, open borders, surging crime, weakness abroad, and radical ideologies infecting our schools, universities, and sports? Only worse under Newsom and unchecked Democrats? I mean, I think the answer is obvious. We united to elect Trump twice, maybe 3 times, because the alternative was unacceptable. Let's unite again, fiercely, strategically, and without apology to protect what we've won and secure the future for our kids and grandkids. We got to stay focused. We got to stay strong. MAGA must stand united behind President Trump. The midterms are coming so fast. Let's win them together for the country we love. All right. God bless you all. And God bless America.